Sami, and to our principal, Reverend Dr. Sister Chris.
Been undergoing several fake news or misinformation and disinformation thoughts. We are what actually is unusual. Unusual in the sense it's an example from the nation. But usually what we have to do is whether it is unusual, highly unusual, whether we used to knowing that unusual thing. And also it is interesting. People really see that whether your information is interesting. It can be in your hand, it can be the farmers fight or big ones. Farmers are fighting for their life and livelihood and for the price protection and also for the monsoon that they monsoon delayed that they are very much worried about the monsoon or otherwise they don't get the price or sometimes they lost something. There are several issues we know that many farmers are struggling. Sometimes that may be information for the public, but sometimes people are interested that who is going to be evicted today in the Middas house. That's based on their own perspectives of their own perspective and interest, based on their own capability and also the understanding. The core values here we are discussing about. The core values defined by ethical journalism network will be put one to share with you. The topmost one will be accuracy. The information you share with the public must be accurate. Accurate in the sense they define that there is no deceptive handlings of facts. Deceptive handling in the sense you cannot suppress, cannot hide, or cannot add something other than what actually people need. So accurate information is the main one for a journalist to think. Under the independence, we started with Nelson Mandela, where he also mentioned about the independent mind. Here, the ethical journalism network also mention about the independence. If you cannot be a spokesperson for someone. For example, if you are a journalist and you cannot be a spokesperson for industry or supporter. Spokesperson in the sense you cannot be a supporter for an individual like politician or industrialist or whoever. Other than what you are focusing your objectives are. If you are supporting, if you are a spokesperson to someone else, in the sense your objective is somewhere is not for the public, it is not good for them. And the impartiality, for example, more than one side of the story. If a problem is happening in the sense, if you are reporting there, then you have to see the problem with the different sides that we had discussed in the quote from the Nelson Mandela also just now. Impartiality, then if you are impartial person in the sense, you should know the issue around to it. If you are reporting that, you have to tell the story of the two sides. Are many sides, and also you seek where the truth is there. That was the important thing which we have to discuss. And other than this, there is a humanity. There is a value of humanity. That's a word I have to put the humanity. The word use and picture use will be important. You cannot use words, improper words or unparliamentary words against someone. For example, you cannot use a word to describe the LGBT community. For example, lesbian, gay, gender, also use appropriate words to describe the differently abled person. Or otherwise, you can also think it over the if the person is infected with the HIV in the sense, you have to describe in your news in dignified manner. That you cannot go not dignified way. And also pictures use also you cannot use on HIV infected person's picture without his informed consent. Like juvenile crime, for example, juvenile crime in the sense the children who commit crime in the sense you cannot post their pictures in the newspaper or television or any other media. And also you cannot share the picture in your social media. That we should also know that. And accountability, then it got sometimes if you publish it, if it is wrong, then you have to correct the mistake. You must accept that you did a mistake. Because it goes to the public, you know that it goes to the public. It goes to the public in the sense they find that if it is mistake, they find that. And they find it out. And you cannot justify your mistakes. So that if you want to be a journalist in the sense, you have a capability of accepting mistakes. For example, here the Truman is a former president of America. He holds the newspaper of Chicago Daily Tribune. That paper published that they defeats Truman. In this picture, we are seeing Truman. The paper published that he lost the election. He lost his election live to the Dewey. But actually, what happened? Dewey lost. He succeeded. He victor. He had a victory over the election. But it was a mistake by the newspaper, and they published in advance that Dewey defeats Truman. Truman holds that it is a historical picture that is how newspapers sometimes make mistakes. Here I have also put one small clip that Hindu had published about the corrections and clarifications about their publications. If it is going wrong in the sense, you have to get apology from the public. That is also a quality and right of a journalist. So that if we do mistake, then we should take apology. Otherwise, we have to take a correct. We have to correct it before the public, what we have published earlier. So these are all important items so far we have seen. And here, who is a journalist? We often ask that who is journalist? We usually know that we know reporters are working, editors. We can able to say that reporters, editors, agents, are whatever. We know that these positions. Who is reporter? Reporter gather news information from the ground. Reporter also have a close contact with the sources. He has that much capability to collect the news and report to the desk. Desk in the sense it is the newspaper's editorial office where he reports where the sub-editor in the sense subbing. Subbing means in Tamil it is Semmai Akam, Semmai Paduthugal. Like he can edit the terminology, the word, or otherwise he can cross-check and he post if it is correct. He can also further investigate what he reported and he can able to publish it if it is right. That is also that if you are a reporter or correspondent, sometimes you might have seen in the newspaper that staff reporter, and correspondent, special correspondent, like you have seen so many positions are all indicating reporter's job. And the sub-editor, for example, sub-editor in the sense he can receive news information from the reporters and he cross-check it, investigate it, and he makes sure that whether it is right or wrong. If it is right, he can allow to the publish newspaper. And the photographers, you know that the photographers' job not ended with capturing good events. Sometimes he is expected to write captions and also sometimes photo stories, comments, and so many. So he can justify what he had taken the photograph, what the photograph is telling to the public. So good photojournalists, sometimes why we are not calling them photographers, especially we are calling them photojournalists in the sense they are also able to write. That is important. They are qualifying their photographs with their own comments and writings and footnotes and captions to justify what are to inform the public what they have captured and why it is important. Once again, I'm switching going next slide. Who will be a journalist? Like, will you be a journalist? If you are interested to become a journalist, then you have to check whether you have a desire to write. Yes, I have a desire to write in the sense how many of you reposted the Facebook post to your friends? How many of you originally wrote? If you have written your original piece in the sense, you may have called your friend that have you seen my Facebook or otherwise social media? Is it interested? You might have ensured that whether it is right or wrong or otherwise interesting, whether it is interesting or not, isn't it? So that if we have a tendency, if we have a tendency to write in the sense, what are the possibilities are before us in the sense, you must have write your own piece of information at least in social media. How many of you write? That we must realize that whether we have really interested, or someone may have differently think that I write something, whether they have think right or not. If you think like that, how we will post it? You have to write your own based on your own thoughts, own knowledge, own experience, and know that how your friends are treating those information. Is it right or not? If you are discussing with them in the sense, you will be definitely motivated that I have written a good piece of information today. This good piece, you just imagine that you don't need to write 500 words or 5,000 words today. If you can be a good piece for social media, then you yourself will think that how much time it takes to write that information, and how many people think it over. Like these are all on your hands. But if you treat you are empowered by the social media. But how many of us are using it rightly? How many of us are sharing good information, good thoughts, and needful information to our friends? We should ask the questions to ourselves whether I am merely sharing the information. I am actually not writing, and I am sharing only. I am using social media. Can I become a journalist? Yes, you can become a journalist when you write only. So you have a desire to write it. Language skills is basic, so that you must understand the language, the grammar, basic grammars, and also the nuances of language or communication must be simple. And the passion for writing, you should have a passion for writing. For example, writing, you can decode a photograph into words, so that a photograph also a writer. He writes his own, he writes language through life. So that these are all very important things that you should know before becoming a journalist. And the desire for knowledge, you should update your knowledge regularly. You should read, you must read the newspapers, books, and also how your professors and teachers have been telling information. You should update with them also. And also the foremost thing is you have to update your knowledge with newspapers happenings. They are publishing daily. On newspaper you can find more than 100 news items. How many of us really need 100 more items? But if we are really need for one or two important items that attract us, then you should read it. You should have it in your mind. That is very important for updating your knowledge also. And friendly, reliable. For example, if you want to be a journalist, you must be a friendly person. If you are not a friendly, and then how you can be a close person to a source to get information for the public, for the cause of public. I am not using it for my own personal use. I am actually need information for public dissemination, for public communication, so that I need information for the public. So I am actually wanted to be close with the sources to get information, because providing information is not their duty or job. You are having them for your own duty, so that you must be a pleasant person. Pleasant in the sense very sincere to get news information from them, and also the punctual. If a meeting starts at 10 o'clock, in the sense you must be there before 10. You must be there on time. You must ensure your time that be there, because something may happen that time also you cannot report. It is important. So that is this also you should have it on your mind. And the top priority, I can able to collect so many of information today, and how I can prioritize it. That is very important. Newsworthy. Whether I have collected important news today, which information is actually people really need. If it is related to corona, then people are interested to read corona vaccine related information is needed, much needed by masses. If you give some updates on corona, COVID updates, people may be interested. And how we have received a lot of information, infodemic information on COVID, but people still need good information on that. And you should know that which one is worthy, how you can assess the information is newsworthy. That based on your experience with news items, you have to be on the news items. Regularly you have to read that. For example, what China tells today on the border issues, or otherwise export issues, or otherwise the United States wanted to associate with India. What the extra strength will be provided by United States, or otherwise a Kaveri issue. If Kaveri is abundantly having water this time, what we really do we use it? Or appropriately store it, or otherwise our own tank network system is working properly to protect the tanks, to store the water. All information, everywhere is information is available, but how we are opening our eyes and how we are ready to smell it is very important thing, so that top priority will be given to the information which most of the people will be interested in. So that it must be a newsworthy, it must sell the story. For example, if you are a reporter or correspondent to a particular newspaper or news media, for example, television even, you have to sell your story. Sell your story in the sense that the information must be interested by the editorial and also by the public who receive it. And quick, sometimes you need to develop the story quickly and send it to the reporting editorial, because sometimes it may be felt delay in the morning. You may not have the time to collect more information and wait for another information coming. That will not be possible sometimes, so that you have to act very quickly, so that you are readily available person for some news. And also narrative news, we are going to the next point of the narrative and news. Narrating in the sense, it will be like a story. You have to narrate like a story, but news will be focusing upon the new information, so that sometimes you need to tell your news with the story angle line. That is very important. For example, language students like you are can able to narrate the stories. So they will be beautiful. That because of you have the capability, and also you have the sort of exposure to literature, so that you can able to write like feature story or news story, news comments. So it's a variety of genres are there, so that you are capable of writing so many genre of news items. And the invented permitting, I am showing it is a very basic one, that the most news story information should follow in one particular news item. Most news story item will be on the top in the lead and the subsequent paragraph, and the important details must follow it, and also who can participated, who were invited, who were delivered in a inaugural speech, like coming to the small detail like. So that these are all information which we have to check. And where you will get these items. For example, the newspapers have been reporting of religion. Very recently, you might have known that the Tanishq advertisement was withdrawn by the company. In that advertisement, there was an interfaith love marriage is happening, so that the intercaste tolerability is not that much is accepted in our society. Still, there was a opposition against that advertisement. That was a Hindu-Muslim marriage that was not well received by many sections of the people. So that is withdrawn the advertisement. So that every day we get the news from religion side, even case strikes in the sense between countries, strikes are between countries or within country, various sections of the people, and the crime violence against women are often becoming news item. For example, yesterday you might have seen that one girl was attacked by acid. You just think that even today there are attacks on women with the acid. You still remember that how much of vodka they are waiting for you even. This must be reported correctly. And for example, honor killing or shame killing, we can call it the shame killing. It is not honor killing. We can remove the word honor, and it is a shame killing. Sometimes bride or bridegroom murdered by own relatives, own family members, or escalating from one caste community to another community. It has been happening. And disaster, tragedy, for example, earthquake, flood, stampede. For example, people are going to the temples, and where if it is so much of crowd in the sense, sometimes stampede is happening. In the stampede, more number of people have been dying in India every year. And the flood is one that repeatedly in the climate change and environmental disasters have been happening in India, and so many people have been losing their life, and also they are losing their assets. that you know. And also there are several positive success stories also. So you should give a hope by reporting the important crisis, problems, and the issues of common public, underprivileged public life. So that there are so much of information is available, you know. One second. For example, gender, women rights, violence against this we have discussed now, and also the children. There are a lot of crimes against children. You might have seen the Ponmagal Vandal. In that film also, you might have seen that how much of children have been facing the violence of the society. Not only the girl children, but also the boys also have been they have been targeted by many, and also they also deserve for a good life in the planet. And also caste issues, right issues, communities. We have our constitution provides equality, but where it gone, it has gone. And also, as a journalist, you have a power to establish these rights of the public. Also, equal opportunity, where equal opportunities are denied. And also, writing science and environment also much we must understand that understanding the science, scientific thinking, and also popularization are all we need, because we in India still we need science popularization, because scientific tempered society only will develop. For example, we see lot of developed nations. Our own country will develop only if we inculcate scientific temper properly. But it must be a continuing work. What is the scientific temper and science? Science will be the knowing the science information. Based on that, if you question it on the issues, if you are a scientific, you can be called a scientific tempered person. You can question, your questions will be based on the scientific, from the scientific background. So that, see, for example, all the women right issues can also be questioned by science. And also caste, community, and religious, all the issues can be seen through scientific angle. If it is seen like that, many of the problems are addressed in a proper way with the proper solution. And these channels are plenty. For example, if you are wanting to write, or if you are wanted to become a journalist, channels are widely open. For example, online media giving you opportunity to write more. For example, social media, new media platforms. There are several news organizations publishing alternative news sites. There are Better Living India, like there are so many websites have been reporting good information for the public, so that you have a chance, if you have a correct view of our society, and also if you have a thought for our society, you can able to write your story for various media present in online. And also blogging, you can develop your own. For example, social media writing is one for amateurs and also professionals. Professionals also there. Amateurs also have opportunity. They can able to prove their skills of writing. If you really wanted to enhance or enrich your writing, you should write it in social media, so that you can able to, you can in 20 years before, if I write, I was a journalist. Now I am professor, but earlier I was a journalist. If I wanted to know the feedback of the people, it is very difficult. It may be you have to wait until next day. Now you are getting the feedback in a real time. If you are posting it, we are always our photographs, our sharing story, and get feedback from that. That we are oriented to. But if you really write one paragraph and get a feedback from your own friends circle in the sense, you can be able to sharpening your skill, your own skill. Like citizen journalism, where citizens can report about the social problems or conditions or otherwise good practices. Then it provides opportunity and also empower you to publish your own information to the public. Earlier we don't do that. You have to write to newspapers or you have to write to television channels or radio channels to publish your views. Nowadays you yourself you can able to publish it immediately. So that much opportunity you have today. And today we are living in a media convergent where all the media coming into one platform. You can view your TV on your mobile, you can view our website on your mobile, you can also listen radio there, you can view slideshow, photographs, and also you can meet people online. There are plenty of opportunity. So challenges against press freedom in the sense nowadays this plenty of opportunity also have a negative impact like the biased information or editorialization of our own opinions. If I have an opinion, if I am a politician in the sense, I can able to influence on particular media and I can able to get more information about me, more positive information about me. So these are all challenges against press freedom. And also journalism, like for example, you have plenty of opportunity to watch plenty of resources, channels, in the TV channels, how many channels you have been watching. For example, you are offered for more than 200 channels. You have millions of websites and also plenty of online radios where you will definitely get a chance to. And also, so now with having plenty of information resources, the challenge before you is basis of trust. Who can you able to trust? Which media you can trust? Mass media ownership and the mass media in the sense one particular owner can own multiple channels. So for example, newspaper owner can own the TV, can also own a radio and also he can run a website. This mass media platform has given the opportunity of editorialization also. So this is a challenge of press freedom. When you are going to write, you have to follow certain these golden rules. These are all called golden rules. Keep it short and simple. It is a very important one. You cannot, you don't need few more words to display if you are available, if you are having one particular word. If you have one particular word, you don't need furthermore words to explain it. So hence, you can also think that if it is short, people can be able to read it in a quicker manner and also in quicker manner and also in a short duration they can read it and understand what you are wanting to communicate. And simple. We cannot make it technical words and also jargons. Technical words only understand by experts. You may not opt for that. You can opt for simple sentence. There is simple language that will be a mantra for the good writing, developing good writing skill. Also active voice. If you are a person interested in writing, then you use always as much as possible in active voice. Wherever possible, you can do it. And also that's key points, what would the points must be there. Why? Because we are saying that the key point, people always wanted to know the information firstly. if your headline reads something about it, if you are if you are giving some information in the headline, then people wanted to know it in the first three paragraphs. If you are writing a story, then you are giving the answer in the last paragraph. They won't have the patience to wait until last paragraph. They may ask their patience and they will skip the news items and they go to the other news item. So that if you wanted to write, if you wanted to tell a story that is different, then you will have a different headline. If you wanted to tell one particular, if you are catching them with a headline, then that headline must be substantiated with adequate and proper information in the few paragraphs that will lead them to sustain and wait for and they may go further reading until the end. Otherwise, they will pass the reading. They may not wait for ending it. Another important thing is you must know that the news values of Galton groups they were defined in 1965. They are known for their peace studies. Threshold, whether see why news are get printed in the newspapers, why it is published, why it is not published. If you are interested in knowing that in the sense threshold, it is size of the impact. How many people will be interested? And I interested on my news item. That is one important point. Please listen that. Threshold in the sense of how many people will be interested on my story, and also frequency. Sometimes long-term events like trials, cases, elections will be repeatedly followed. Frequency. And also negativity, tragedy, loss, death. All negative information always sometimes have the influence to open the gate of editors. Next. The unexpectedness okay. The unexpectedness in the sense of surprise sudden. Surprise sudden in the sense sometimes if you get a vaccine today for the COVID in the sense it is surprise and sudden event, or otherwise it can be a accident, or it can be a landslide, a natural disaster, or it can, if it is unexpected, it can be a news for public, and also unambiguity. Sometimes if you have a good information, but if you are not writing it properly, it is ambiguity in the sense, ambiguous in the sense, then it will not get published. So clear, not confusing, and also the personalization, prominent persons like celebrities always get a chance to be published. Their information will be published immediately because they are all it is more personalized and this slide meaningfulness, cultural proximity. There is a value of cultural proximity. How I am related with the particular information. Whether this information is related to me. For example, in Ujjain, if there was a water logging in a street, may not be interested to the Tamil Nadu people. But for a cricket person, Dhoni is affected by something in Bihar, it will be a news to you. Like that, you have to know that how it is meaningful, how it is it has a relation with me. Like you should understand that whether this information is related to the people we are publishing, and also reference to elite nations, and also reference to elite people will get a chance to be published. And consonants, for example, readiness for reporting. Many times reporters are not ready for facing certain events. For example, scientific or technological or otherwise health related information or highly technical. At the same time, if you are ready, you can write it advance. You can report easily on time. That is very important. And the continuity follows composition. For example, in the front page, if you have a one crime news, you need one other political news, one other local news, one sports news. So that much composition you need. You cannot publish all political information, all crime information, all local information, or all sports information. So that these are all important points which should be considered when you wanted to write something. Subsequently, Mr. Alan Bell also found some important news values that the competitions between among personalities or industries also be a news. Quotations like will be also a factor for news get published. Fabrications. Fabrication in the sense you fabricate properly. You are that sometimes shows good or bad. Even if you wanted to plan it, you have to fabricate it. If you are free fabricating it, it will get published. And also predictability. For example, you will have a second wave of corona, for example, or you will not have a second wave of the corona. Somebody says that in January COVID will go high, or somebody says that it will end on January. So that always we have the one second. We have the predictable factors will also be a use is the substantial supporting information from scientists or health doctors like. Other than that, there are certain information how people write news items and how it passes the gates of editors. Like if you are a reporter, if you write news item, it goes beyond certain gates in the editorial and it gets published in the newspaper or in the TV channel. But there are certain influences in each news items where Shoemaker and Watt, the scholars, they have defined that there are 5 important levels which influences each news items. For example, individual level, it is like attitudes and characters of individual. What is your attitude towards same killing? What is your attitude towards the anti-data? For example, these are all things. Or otherwise, if I follow certain religion, am I influencing certain information to the public? Like our routine level, sometimes deadlines, proximity. For example, if something happens in your area, it gets published in your local newspaper. And also organizational level. If media organization, owners wanted to feed some information to the public in the sense, definitely it will definitely get a place for tomorrow. Okay. Then the social institutional level, society as an institution, it will also definitely have an influence. For example, government agencies or associations or even advertising agencies will have saying on what get the public. And also the social system, ideology, custom, culture, all are important influences of news sometimes. So we have to go another one. Another important point that after September 11th, where the Trade Center WTC had attacked, the entire scenario of consumption of news items had been changed. Why? Because Google had started the Google News, where it aggregated news items from various websites and they had given separate in one place. Earlier, before that, people physically went to each website and know the happenings. Only aggregation came after the September 11 incident. After that, now we have been living in a world of algorithm and artificial intelligence. Now people can able to write bot, that is a robot bot. They are writing bots personally for websites, and that can able to influence in certain way of user. All user data are generated and generated to large data, big data, and they decided. Sometimes you may receive some information in your email box or otherwise website, wherever you are. You can see that your related search information, all are algorithm doing, artificial intelligence doing without the human intervention. It has been practiced now. So now we are living in that era, so that we cannot sometimes we don't know that which information is right and which information is not right. If you are able to identify that whether whether I am receiving a good information or right information, that is, can you able to check the information you have received is right or not? Sometimes it may go like that. So that the concepts of misinformation and disinformation and the fake news are important nowadays to understand about fake news. Fake in the sense, news must be news are treated as true, so that you cannot add fake to the news, the term news, so that fake news terminology is avoided now. So but what is fake news? False and misleading and excuse, like மாறுவேடம் அளித்த the information disseminated as a news, for example. But the fake news coinage of the term is avoided, and nowadays it is called misinformation and disinformation, and also information disorder. Misinformation in the sense, information it can be false. It may be a false information, but it is not purposely intended to cause harm. For example, individuals who don't know that piece of information is false may spread on social media in an attempt to be helpful, sometimes without knowing that they actually spread to somebody. For example, the information you are receiving while accidents. If some place in a place one accident happened in the sense, some information may be ordered. These much of persons died, or this was the real tall, or otherwise sometimes they say that in the memes they say something, or misinformation sometimes. If it is false, it is not true. But the difference between misinformation and disinformation is unintentional and disinformation is intentional. For example, damage one person's character or damaging one particular company's intention, or otherwise false information with high motivation. For example, a purpose to harm, it is spread to purpose to cause the harm. And also malinformation, for example, if one person coming to a power in the sense, the real information of their background can be brought into the limelight to damage their reputation. For example, the information may be true, but the circumstances may be the inappropriate. It is intended to harm against them. That was the thing. So that malinformation is that these are all forming it information disorder. So that in the digital media, in our society we have that the dimensions of news media in the digital era in the sense. This disinformation, misinformation, fake news are forming the information disorder. How you will escape from the information disorder in the sense? You should not be a hasty person to share immediately without knowing it, whether it is right or wrong. If you share in the sense, you will be also part of the misinformation and disinformation. So that you should be alert that I will not pass any misinformation and disinformation to someone. It may harm someone also. I understood that it will also harm someone else. That is at your age, you must understand that the dimension of the news media in the digital era is important. UNESCO can publish one book on disinformation and misinformation. I translated it into the Tamil. Actually, it will be soon published in online also. I completely translated the whole book of misinformation and disinformation. One second, I will go to the next slide. Please. Then the dimension we have been discussing dimension in the echo chambers. If it is echoed in the sense we are hearing our own voice again and again. This is the echo chamber. That environment a person only encounters information or opinions reflect reinforce their own idea. For example, if you are in a small WhatsApp, your family group in the sand, you will be oriented to your own customer cultures, your own information. Some new information are exceptional. The information which reinforces your own belief into coming to again and again. There will not be a new information coming from other side. Or otherwise, if you are in a group, a friends group in the sense in the same sort of opinion, then you will not have any other chance to have an alternative information. Like filter bubble, you search something. For example, if you are in Madurai, you are searching for pizza, then Google will show that a pizza house, a pizza shop is near to you. That is a filter bubble. You have a filter bubble in your searching, in your information seeking in the sense. It knows that what information you are seeking and it decides that what the information it should provide to you. So that you are restricted to consume certain information only. So that a filter bubble will be dangerous. You will not get new information, alternative information, like echo chamber. And also the deep fact. Deep fact is if my video is released, like me, with voice and the gesture, the information will be changed. The voice or the content of the information will be changed with audio and video. They recreate the audio and video of mine and they post it. For example, former president of America, Obama's video released with saying some information like which later found it was fake. Once again, I am exceeding time. Actually, I wanted to finish it on time. So, astrosurfing here attempt to create an impression widespread grassroots support for policy individual product where little such support exists. Where little support is existing, this astrosurfing concept is to generate people to like a particular website. For example, sometimes you ask your friends, you choose to do like to make photo, or you ask your friends to like, I wanted to get 1,000 like for me, so that you definitely like. You are saying like, sometimes you saying like to your friends like astrosurfing. It also forces to create the support from the ground level. Native advertisements like, for example, look and feel of the same website. But if you click, it will go to the different advertisements. There are also clickbaits I have mentioned here. Clickbaits look like some one information. For example, reduce your weight. If you click, there will be a commercial product like a clickbait advertisement. These are all dimensions of the news media because news media have more advertisement like these nowadays. And also it is also misdirected. For example, these are all some news scam that human meet is mixed with McDonald human made. Later found that it was a fake news. And also a website, Kisan Vikas Mitra Samiti, giving the job opportunities for people was also published as a fake news. And it was a fake website actually. Fake website published fake news items. So now we have discussed about how you can be a journalist, what are the qualities you should have to become a journalist, and what are all the information you should follow if you want to be a journalist. So that these are all very important considerations to you to follow if you want to be a journalist. Journalism is called, the news media is called fourth pillar of democracy. Our great nation's democracy will be maintained, and all the sections of people must be duly represented in the news. And also our own country must be protected through our voice raised by a journalist, by ourselves, like as a journalist. And if you are all interested on that, you can become a journalist. And also, when you read a newspaper, that how this reporter articulates the information and how he presents this critical information to the general public, be a thought to you. When you see a newspaper, or when you read a newspaper or magazine, or when you watch a television, you must watch that how this particular correspondent or news media person presenting this sort of information to the public. How it is giving. Or you have another chance. If you find that another chance, why people have been working to digging out our own waste from the holes of the road in the roads. Instead of that, if there is an alternate. And also, the way people have been facing so much of problems, if this will be an alternative, or if this will be a solution, or why people have been suffering, if why people have been suffered by someone, and also you must have a lot of chance to disseminate and publish, and also support the people, gain the audience support also. When you are a good journalist, it will be a good feeling of being a good journalist. And with this information, I conclude my presentation of this webinar on dimension of news media in the digital era, conducted by PG and Research Department of English, Holy Cross College, Trichy. Thank you very much for one and all listened patiently throughout the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for spending your valuable time to share your knowledge to us, sir. Wise are those who keep asking questions when everyone around them think they know the answers. I kindly call upon Ms. Binsi Dona Mary, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to take over the question session. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, madam.
So I shall read out the questions in the chat box, sir.
Oh, I did not see it. I am going to see it. If you select and post me the read out the question, that will be good. Or otherwise, I have to search it. Which one will be one, madam?
I shall read out the questions, sir.
That will be good because I can also see it. Okay, madam. You just read it.
So the question is: does internet prove to be a reliable media?
Yes, we have in this recent part we have discussed about disinformation and fake news. We are living in a world where we are receiving so much of information and we should not believe it abruptly. We should value it with our own thoughts and also we should relay it when it is true only. So that we should have eye, we should open our eye and see it before we believe it. So that we cannot, we are not sure that all information published in internet are true to our knowledge, and but even if it is shared for the public, it may be a wrong one or false one.
Okay, so the next question is, what impact do font styles create?
Which font they are asking, madam? Actually,
The font size in the newspapers, magazines. Do font styles
yes, that I did not understand from the question, but thank you, madam, for explaining it further so that I wanted to your help. Actually, font in the sense that even though it is a printed material by the letters, it also must have a visual appeal. The visual appeal in the sense, the headline must be bigger one to attract or catch the audience, and also the copy or the text or body of the news item also have a separate fonts or separate size. Then only they can be able to guide the reader to read a particular information. So that the fonts and the size and the PL size, for example, paragraph length size and the line gap are important to guide the reader to read the information pleasantly. Pleasant viewing and pleasant reading are ultimate objectives of a newspaper to produce or design their own page sheet. That was the idea behind. So that there are so many designers available nowadays. Designers in the sense design the whole newspapers. The Hindu was designed by one foreign expert, and based on their design, they are publishing it regularly. But Times of India, they are changing their own style and the style often whenever they can. So that it all depends upon the look and feel of the paper. If it is not, it will look very odd and people won't like it. Actually, we are living in an advanced age of digital world. Okay.
So the next question, what will be the future of print media when there is a high demand for electronic media?
It is a good question that in the last decade in America, newspaper circulation was declining actually. But at the same time, there was enough space in the digital in Avatar. When they are taking a digital Avatar, they get a support. For example, Wall Street Journal for particular information you have to pay. Otherwise, you won't get information from the Wall Street Journal. Likewise, in our in the Hindu newspaper, you cannot get some other information without subscribing it. So that online gives enormous opportunity. At the same time, people need that much of personal touch. So that they are in India, because of now we are the country see the increase of literacy rate. So that we may not expect that in India it will be declining. But in the foreign countries it was already declined. The number of circulation and the circulation declined. But in India it was not felt because of the literacy rate increasing, and the trend in future decades it may be felt. But at the same time they take in the new avatar of digital yuga, so that digital era, so that they have another opportunity to get paid for their information.
So suggest a few blogs that focus on educational career opportunities.
educational career opportunities.
Or it could be education or career opportunities.
Career, for example, career opportunity nowadays. See, I am telling you that you cannot depend a particular website. It may give or may not give. There are, see, for example, there are several groups available in Google where they are posting about the government, central government jobs. At the same time, there are several groups working for preliminary examinations of IAS or civil services. There are a lot of for teaching in all over India. Employment news also available in online. So that you don't have one particular solution or few solution for getting all the information. So that you have to identify that which job I am doing, which information platform is providing the latest information is still we have to update daily basis. We cannot get one blog and we cannot stay peacefully with hoping that they will update me on that particular information. But we have to daily update about it. But also institutions, they own website, they are releasing it. Sometimes it may be present in the online also. So that the search will be the better. We may guided by search terms, keywords, all work together. So that we cannot say that the career website is working well for you. A career that is 3660 is enough for you, or otherwise other employment website is enough for you. We cannot say it. So that you be updated every time with your own demand of information.
So how far picture and video prove to be a reliable source of information or truth?
Repeat, madam, repeat it again.
How far picture and video prove to be a reliable source of information?
For example, you all know that our photographs can be able to manipulate. The photographs easily manipulated, live videos also be manipulated. For example, the photograph or videograph might be taken in a different situation and it can be embedded with some other information to show it recently taken. That was actually fake news we have been seeing it. So that for assessing the information, your video and photograph information, you have to check whether the same information is available somewhere else. If it is not available somewhere else in the original format, you may doubt on it.
Yes. So what is the latest form of digital source of news?
Digital source of news, madam?
Yes, sir.
Digital source, for example, you may not see, sometimes you may have your news site for your news site for Tamil Nadu, news site for India, news site for global, news site for a particular country, news sites for food, news sites for science and technology, news sites for ecology, news sites for environment, nature. There are abundant. So, based on the Google has been aggregating in the news.google.com. It has been aggregating so many information from so many websites. For example, more than 10 to 15,000 websites. It has been aggregating it so that you have a chance to get updated in the Google News immediately. They have a list of reliable news sources, so that from them you can at least be able to believe at least. But sometimes fake news also be published in the news media also. So that that is one sort of idea. And also, for example, for food, for example, somebody is interested in the Mexican's program or at least food items, or sometimes they may be interested in particular personalities. So then they have separate blogs, they have separate news channels, so you can also see it. You have a chance. You have.
So, is it possible for artificial intelligence or robots to deliver news?
Yes, definitely. For example, in future, the news the editorials don't need to appoint somebody there or reporter to write exam, these exams. For example, if you give basic input of a particular event, the algorithm or artificial intelligence can able to narrate a story. That is one thing. And you know that the Google News does not have anyone as an editor. Algorithm is doing the editing service. For example, editing in the sense selection and rejection. Not editing the words and the but in editing words and also writing small news items are possible in future. Definitely.
So the next question, the fake news spread quickly. Is the social media responsible for it or not?
Social media is not responsible for that. It is responsible that the person had seen that why because the impression had happened is that we are spreading the fake news through social media. We are responsible to produce it. Sometimes we unknowingly or knowingly, intentionally or unintentionally, we are actually disseminating the fake information. With just immediately, if I receive some information, I tend to post it to another group or another social media. If I do it, it will spread fastly. It will spread fastly. I will be the responsible person for spreading the misinformation and disinformation. Social media is a platform. It is where you can send right information or wrong information, what it will be true. But there are several measures are taken by the social media organizations to support and to protect their own audience, to ensure the reception of good information from the sources. They are taking measures, but sometimes it won't work because they are creating new information.
So the next question, what is the most essential feature that the journalists have to follow in the process of fact searching? Searching of facts.
Yeah, you have to have a close contact with the area of your interest. That is the only important thing. Sometimes you may not rely on the website. Sometimes you cannot believe it from others saying, but only experts will have the right answers, and also you can verify it with them. If it is done, you can able to get a right information, a fact from the source, which is reliable to your audience.
So one final question. So digital media has the potential to compensate the literal classroom with virtual platform. Maybe the regular classroom with the virtual platform.
Madam, please repeat it again.
Does digital media have the potential to compensate the classroom, the regular classroom with virtual platform, online classes?
Yes, actually, it will be supplemented. See, for example, this is one question from our own assumption. The answer will be on that line. Sometimes the news media, digital media will definitely will take. For example, in future, from your home, teacher can come to your classroom through digital media. Without a physical presence, she can come in a full teacher. She can come and conduct the class. That will be possible in future. That is possible. Like virtual in the sense of 3D virtual or 2D virtual will be possible in the sense for the audience in one place or audience also in the several places, even to your home, teacher can come and teach you virtually. That is all possible, but it will all supplemented, added in the existing teaching learning system. That will be our piece.
Thank you, sir. Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Thankfulness may consist merely of words, but gratitude is shown in acts. So I kindly call upon Ms. Revati, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to deliver the vote of thanks. Wisdom itself is wisdom. Wisdom ensures that faith starts with fear first. I thank Almighty for His abundant blessing on this day. Gratitude unlocks the door of knowledge, wisdom, and faith, and it creates a vision for me. I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude for Chief Guest, Dr. S. Nagarapana, Chairperson, Professor and Head, Department of Communication, School of Leadership and Communication, Madurai Kamaraja University. Thank you, sir, for sharing your ideas on the topic dimensions of news media in the digital era, particularly your clear overview on the topic ethics of journalism, shapes of news stories and research. Thank you, sir, for sharing your ideas. I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt thanks to our Secretary, Reverend Mr. Dr. Nirandana and Swami for the clarity of the I extend my sincere gratitude of the Reverend Reverend Dr. for being a genuine leader who always inspires us to achieve excellence in all aspects. Thank you, Mother. I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt thanks to our children of the Reverend Sister Dr. Judy Holmes for the enormous funding and guidance. Thank you, Sister, for instilling high of vision, responsibility, and profession always. Thank you, Sister. I feel contented to express my gratitude for staff, students, participants for their active participation in the webinar. A special thanks to our student representatives, Amida, Rashida, and everyone for their contribution and support. Once again, I thank you.
I also thank everyone who organized this webinar wonderfully. And also, I thank many of the participants still online until the end of the program. It is wonderful. I think that it gives me a wonderful experience. Thank you especially the professors who have contacted me. And also, I personally thank Professor Sinza, also the Energy Department of English, and also the administration sisters. I express my gratitude and thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We would like to end the session with a quote. There is no real ending to acquire knowledge, so keep learning, stay connected. Thank you. We have posted the feedback book in the chat box. Participants can to the feedback book. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your
your participation.